And turn it over to public address announcer for the starting lineups as well as the national anthem.
And now the starting lineup for the Athenas. Starting in goal, number 1, Molly Freed. Number 2, Jen Najar. Number 7, Annie Bellinger. Number 8, Chandra Ullman. Number 10, Isabel Lester. Number 11, Olivia Sylvester. Number 13, Lauren Allen. Number 16, Samantha Coons. Number 18, Maddie Shove. Number 23, Claire Shum. And number 28, Sarah Tweedy. Claremont Conscripts is coached by Carrie Sanchez. And now the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. Starting in goal, number 0, Hillary Barreto. Number 2, Sarah Gadera. Number 3, Shelby Anthony. Number 4, Anna Siebolt. Number 5, Annie Hamilton. Number 7, Laura Karsten. Number 10, Carrie Shannon. Number 11, Megan Campbell. Number 14, Val Lilly. Number 15, Amanda Brait. And number 22, Leah DeMoss. The Thunder are coached by Pete Belsky, assisted by Cesar Gomez and Jen Binger. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
There it is. The national anthem's in the books. The starting lineups are also in the books, and we are moments away from opening kickoff of yet another season of Thunder Sports here on WETN. Glad you could be with us. Junior will be here with you. Kyla Phelps is our host in the studio as we're just moments away from initial kickoff. It's Wheaton College and Claremont Mud Scripts. It's great to see here the Bob Baptista Invitational, the annual Bob Baptista Invitational. I'm thinking about last year and the weather-wise we had today, this afternoon. It's very hot and very humid, but it's pretty cloudy and overcast. The air is heavy and sticky, and there's talk of showers tomorrow that could really perhaps delay progress. Of course, there's games all over today. There's 4 men's teams here. There's 4 women's teams here, and each team is trying to play each other. Well, each team plays 2 games, so if you put that together, that's 16 games over 2 days. So there's a lot going on. Of course, the men's team
Wheaton College at 7 p.m.
plays their first contest tonight as Coach Mike Giuliano brings his team in for the 6th season. Last year, the Thunder missed the playoffs on the men's side, but they got a lot of potential, a lot of talent coming back, and we're going to tell you all about that as that 7 o'clock kickoff approaches. Other teams in the women's invitational here today include University of Wisconsin Lacrosse and Principia. Information on those teams we'll talk about is when the Thunder meet up with Principia tomorrow night at 4:30 p.m. Thunder out in their brand new white home jerseys with blue lettering, blue shorts and white trim. Claremont Mud Scripts in their distinct maroon jerseys, maroon shorts, and white trim as well with white numbering. And we're just about set for soccer. Let's get you the starting lineups. First for Claremont Mudscripts in goal, they'll start Molly Freed. She's a sophomore from Seattle, Washington, and Sealth High School. Know where that is, in the great Pacific Northwest. Jen Najjar was a senior midfielder. Annie Belanger also in midfield, along with Chandra Ullman, the junior from Portland, Oregon. Isabel Lester, the sophomore forward. Lauren Allen, junior defender. Sam Coons, Maddie Shove, defensive forward. In respect for their respective positions, we're underway. Claremont Mudscripts had the initial kickoff. Thunder have quickly taken over. Val Lilly possesses far right side. Long cross over the face of goal. Just slides past the far post. And past the diving keeper Molly Freed over the end line. And we have some quick action. Minute number 1 here at Joe Bean Stadium. Glad you could be along with us for the ride. Let's finish up the starting lap. Sarah Tweedy is a junior from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Big University of Michigan town. She's a defender playing for Claremont Mudscripts, along with the senior from Seattle, Olivia Sylvester, the midfielder. This ball is punched near sideline. High into the air goes Shannon trying to win that header. Falls to the turf. Taken with a right foot is Chandra Ullman. She's trying to still win possession as Karsten gives her a good battle. Thrown back in the defensive half of Mudscripts. Lily's over there. Of course, Val Lilly brings significant offensive experience as she was a playmaker last season for Pete Felske's team. Of course, you remember that Augustana match in Rock Island last year in the cold, bitter cold in the wind, and Lily had the winner in overtime, scoring that one. What a great contest that was to go see. Still playing in the offensive half, and this ball is taken and possessed by Shannon. Thunder trying to play a very vertical game as Leah DeMoss scoots behind the defense, but she'll be called for offsides. The flag goes up by the far official. Leah DeMoss, of course, we mentioned she's a junior. She's a transfer from University of Iowa, of course, if that name sounds familiar. She's in the same family as Thunder junior John DeMoss on the basketball team. From St. Charles North High. Karsten, a header. Sarah Gadera is returning for her sophomore year, and she's in the center mid. This ball goes out of bounds off the foot of Gadera. Claremont Mudscripts will have a throw in. Ullman possesses, throws it near side to Lester. Lester tries to work away, but DeMoss cuts her off. The Thunder, this ball is sent back to Amanda Bray, who's a defensive rock for the Thunder back there. Thunder continued to play a lot of possession ball a season ago. Of course, they were very experienced and had a lot of talent as well. This season, Coach Felske talked about trying to get more vertical, get more up and down, and a lot of speed. Be constantly on the attack. He said, of course, that might lead to more goals allowed than you would normally see, but he hopes to average about 4 to 5 goals per game. This ball's headed up in the air and knocked around the header from Annie Hamilton. Goes out of bounds. Mudscripts will have a throw in their offensive half. No scores. We enter minute number 3 here at Joe Bean. Whistle blows. That's an illegal throw-in. And the Thunder will take over. Coach Felske in year number 26, the one and only man to ever lead the Wheaton Thunder women's soccer program as they celebrate their 25th anniversary also this weekend. There's a ball long sent through for Seabolt. She tries to get it, but coming far out of the box and kicking it away is Molly Free. Got to make that decision quickly. Shannon, nice heel flick onto Carson. Leaves it on to the left side. Cutting back into the 18 box, knocked away by the defender, Claire Shum, but still possessing down there in the corner is Megan Campbell. Far sideline, tipped away, nearly stolen by Shannon. Mudscripts still possesses the defensive half. Karsten denies that cross feed. The Thunder still on the attack. Seabolt trying to win a header in the box. It's loose. She gets a foot to it. Keeper's way out of her line, but it's going to be cleared by the defense. Already the Thunder putting on offensive pressure. Karsten will roll it near side for Shelby Anthony. Anthony taking the position of Aaron Strom, who would have returned for her final year of eligibility, but unfortunately had to have hip surgery, and she could not come back for this fall. Scooped up by the keeper here, Molly Freed, as there was a loose ball in the box. Freed picks it up. Sets it down once and twice and gets her right foot into it. Karsten trying to track it down. It hits the turf once. No one gets to it. Now Anthony trying to fight for possession, along with Maddie Shove. She drops it back near side for Lester. Back to Shove in the middle. Trying to go 1-2 touch. Shove's got it about 25 yards out. Rips the shot, but it's blocked by Shannon. Back into the middle circle. DeMoss a touch to Gadera. Gadera Nice nutmeg pass back to DeMoss. Right in the middle and sends it along the right side to Megan Campbell. Campbell surveys the scene, continues to dribble about 25 yards outside the box, tries to work around the outside of her defender, sends it a ball through into the middle, scoops up once off the turf and into the arms of Molly Freed. For the Thunder, Hillary Barretto's the senior from Paris, California. She's in goal. She'll split time with Kelsey Graham, much the way the two split time a season ago. Again, to the tune of a .73 combined goals average allowed per contest. Very dynamic duo that Coach Felski has between the posts. Carson controls in the Thunder defensive half for Campbell. Is touched away out of bounds. Thunder will have a throw-in. In a minute number 6, no score, first half. Along with Barretto in the back, Shelby Anthony. Laura Carson, of course, we mentioned, will drop back. Megan Campbell will drop back as well, but she's been on the offensive attack early on as well. Amanda Bray is probably the only one that you'll see there remain back there, because between Anthony and Karsten and Campbell in the defensive line, even Annie Hamilton, there's still potential goal-scoring ability. Here's a long ball sent up by Hamilton to Siebold, and the flag is up. Siebold's offsides. Free kick coming up for Claremont Mudscripts. Of course, for the Athenas, they're coached by Carrie Sanchez in year number 9. Just shy of 3,000 kids enrolled there, the maroon and gold, for the Southern California Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. A season ago, they were at 500, 8 wins, 8 losses, 4 draws, but in the SCIAC, they were 7-4-1. So pretty good success in their own conference. Carrie Sanchez is assisted by Tyler Kahn and Jesse Bettinger. For the Thunder, Pete Felski's assisted by Cesar Gomez once again, as well as Jen Binger. Mark Demchak, the team trainer, played into the defensive half of Claremont Mudscripts, turned around and sent toward the near sideline. Hamilton trying to win that ball, knocked away, and now controlled by Mudscripts. Break comes on, intercepts. Through pass. Now Gadara has a middle circle. Gadara rolls far side to Lilly. Plana trying to play a little touch and go ball with break. Gets it back to Lilly. Touched away by Claire Shum. Back to the defense. Now Campbell is the man on. Looking to win it from Sylvester. Throwing back far sideline. Turning around. Anthony cuts her off. It's out of bounds. It'll be a Thunder throw. She'll return it in the back for Amanda Bray. Mentioned both Amanda Bray and Megan Campbell starters on the defensive front for Pete Felski last year, but of course injury-shortened seasons for both of them. It's good to see them both healthy. Here's a potential through ball headed away by Tweedy of Mudscripts. Now Anthony trying to win it back far sideline, turn around, touched out of bounds off the leg of Sylvester, and the Thunder again have a throw just in their offensive half. Thunder Sports got underway last night with the football team earning a big win in week 1 of the season. This ball is punched into the 6-yard box, hops once, twice, and over the end line. 48-7, the final score in week 1 for the Thunder over Benedictine. That was right here on WETN. Of course, every football game you can hear live right here on WETN, 88.1 FM and WETN television. It's Channel 4 locally on campus. Shannon wins this goal kick header. Back up in the air it goes on the deflection. Campbell trying to win it out of bounds, and Thunder will have a throw-in. Campbell looking near side for Hamilton with the box out now. Defensive help comes on the sideline by Ullman, and it's effective. Now Lester trying to win it, but good, hard defense for the Thunder. They win it back. Now DeMoss. DeMoss rolls it right side for Campbell. Trying to poke it through the inside. Excuse me, that's Lilly. Punch back into the middle circle. Shannon's the closest one to it. She has it. Right foot and drops near sideline for Campbell. Campbell left foot to DeMoss. More double team every time DeMoss tries to get it, especially on this near sideline between Sylvester and Lester and Ullman. Out of those 3, someone's there to double team. Jen Najjar, the senior from Santa Fe, New Mexico, has a throw-in. Goes near side for Lester. Floated all the way to the back of the defensive line for the Thunder, and Campbell tries to win that ball, turns around, sends it to Brait. Brait throws a pass down, and it's ricocheted off the leg of Lester out of bounds. Thunder another throw. 9.5 minutes in to the first half of game number 1. DeMoss works around a couple defenders here. Tries to send this one through to Guerrero, and she dummies it on perfectly, and a foul going to be called against Guerrero. Looks like a perfect dummy on to Annie Hamilton on that near sideline. The Thunder had something going, but lead official blows his whistle, brings it back, and it'll be a free kick coming up for Claremont Mud Scripps. First foul of the game, and it's called against the Thunder. This ball trickles into the box for Claremont Mud Scripps. A high looping right footer toward the upper 90, but it sails high and wide. Not sure if you do a shot or a looking for a pass on that. It was pretty close. Not a shot on goal, but maybe a shot awarded there. We'll see how they score it. Amanda Brait will take the free kick from the top of the 6. She'll cross it down to the near side to Anthony. Anthony moving with room to Shannon. She'll touch it near side for Hamilton. Looking to send this one on for Seabolt, trying to get to it. Punched out of bounds by Tweedy, the defender. Seabolt, of course, number 19 a year ago now to number 4. That was Caitlin Kishkunis' number last season. Hamilton into Guerrero. Floats it in back toward the middle. Looking to win this is Maddie Shove. And cutting her off, though, is Brait. And now Shannon continues possession for the Thunder. Campbell. Karsten floats back to Campbell. Thunder go on the offensive. Campbell sizes it up. Looks to punch it into DeMoss. She's onside. She tries to flow one in. And no, she is off. Late offsides call. DeMoss was behind everyone. Pretty easy to see. But the flag did not go up for quite a while. She had a chance to try to shove it near a post. I'm sure the Thunder will continue to be as aggressive as possible, and if they get called for offsides, then so be it, but they'll do their best to make sure they're always being aggressive and earn chances at the net. Campbell floats this one over to Seabolt, deflected, but Seabolt gets it back. Campbell a couple dribbles, sends it back into the middle, looking for DeMoss with a running header, but flicks it wide. DeMoss has already had a couple shots at the net. Of course, offsides a couple times as well, but not afraid to continue on the offensive. That's the name of the game for the Thunder. Maddie Shove, the senior forward from Portola Valley, California, is over to talk to head coach Carrie Sanchez. Now she enters back in. Now floated back to Najar. The right foot into Shove. Man on is Hamilton, who's earned the starting job. Pete Felsky mentioned how much he liked Annie Hamilton and how she was coming on in her senior season. From Wyoming, Michigan, she's earned a starting role on this team. Possessing now Chandra Ullman. Looking near side for Lester. Anthony, solid defense. Trying to win that ball. Lester gets it back. Claremont Mud Scripps looking for something. Floated alongside for Ullman. Brait cuts her off. Ullman trying to work around, but Brait won't allow her. Turns it around, sends it near sideline to Anthony, but she cannot possess before it goes out of bounds, so a deep throw-in for Claremont Mud Scripps. No score. Just under 32 minutes remaining, first half. Ullman trying to slide this one in, but Brait knocks it down in the box. Looking to turn around and send it toward the goal is Sylvester. She's unable to do so. It's over the end line. It'll be a goal kick. So the Thunder definitely early on have had the majority of the offensive opportunities, but Claremont Mud Scripps has gotten the ball with possession into the box a couple times here early, but the Thunder defense has been strong. They look to do it again. Here's a touch around, but Brait cuts her off and is able just to get enough of it. Is where Anthony possesses. Floated back to Anthony, perhaps a counterattack. Anthony over to DeMoss. DeMoss, nice control of the pass to Hamilton. Man on, looking to turn it back around to Anthony. A little behind Shelby, though. And it goes to the corner, and it'll be picked up by the keeper, Molly Freed. Freed's kick is a boomer. Over the midfield stripe, headed away by Amanda Brait. Campbell giving chase, as well as Val Lilly, and it's out of bounds. Mud Scripps will have possession offensive half. Mud Scripps 500 a season ago. The Thunder with 2 losses and 2 draws as well a season ago. The other games, 24 of them, all victories en route to San Antonio and the national championship final. Guerrero looking to win this one, turned around by Lauren Allen. Now punched over, looking to possess his Shove. She's got it now. It's loose in the box. Shove trying to send it in. Not much mustard on it. And here comes Barreto all the way out, and she pounces on it. So Barreto gets her paws on the ball for the first time. Rolls it out right side for Lily. Touched back in toward the middle. Knocked away. Mud Scripps midfield. Annie Belanger tries to turn it back up. Brait's there to have it, but she'll go ahead and let it roll back on to Barreto. 4 total soccer games to be played here this weekend, featuring the women and the men of Wheaton College. This ball game, Wheaton against Claremont Mud Scripps, coming up at 7 o'clock. We'll be right back here for the Thunder in their first contest of the year against Kalamazoo College from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Making the trek. And the Bob Baptista Invitational. Here's a long through ball by Karsten, looking for someone in the box, and no one was making that run. Over the end line, goal kick coming up. Just under a half hour remains in the first half. The Thunder women went 2-0 in the Bob Baptista Invitational season ago. Looking to do the same this year. When you think about it, these first 2 home games are pretty important, seeing as how the Thunder will travel to Calvin College next Tuesday in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Looking forward to making that trip. That ball game will be at 4 o'clock Eastern time, 3 o'clock Central. Karsten now possesses. The Thunder look to go back on the attack. Here's a through ball looking for DeMoss. Flag is up.
Offsides.
Already happened a few times. It's all about trying to make that timing. And of course, DeMoss, the transfer, the newcomer, but obviously immense talent as well and immense speed and quickness. The more that she plays with this group, I'm sure the more the team chemistry they'll build, and they'll be able to get that timing down. Ball floated into the defensive half for the Thunder. Really hard passing going all around as Campbell comes on hard to win that ball. Coming up a little bit limpy is Maddie Shove. Trying to win this ball is Ullman in the middle circle. Knocks away. Coming on is Claire Shum. She rolls it on for Sylvester. Sylvester along the left flank, looking to work it around Lily. She does, but Lily touches it away, and Campbell intercepts. Good defense from the Thunder. Karsten, right foot, rolls it on to Lily. Lily tries to put it back into the middle, but a step and takeaway from Lauren Allen. Little give and go ball now from about 20 yards out. Campbell gets down and tries to intercept, and Campbell again falls hard. Looks like someone might have stepped on her heel. Regardless, still controlled by Claremont Mud Scripps to the top of the 18, tipped away, and now Lily comes over with a right foot clearance. Into DeMoss, quick man on Gadara. Rolls it left side for Shannon. And she's off. She's got DeMoss and Siebold in front of her and about 4 red jerseys. Tried to slide it into the right side for DeMoss. It was knocked away back over to the midfield circle. Now back to Shannon. Shannon's got some room. She'll go ahead and fire a long right-footed pass in toward the box for Karsten. Knocked away. DeMoss gives chase. Tipped away by the defense. Now controlled by Sylvester. Now Ullman. Ullman rolls it right side for Lauren Allen. Allen gets a long through, and it's successfully done. A good ball to Lester. Lester gets it back into the top of the 18th. Thunder a little slow to get back on defense. Now punched in. Looking to shoot this is Sylvester. Cutting her off is Brait at the top of the 6. Now Sylvester may have had a look, but Brait was just quick enough to get there and deny her the opportunity. Now Gadara has it. A lot of white jerseys in the back now. Gadara waits for them to catch up. Floats it to Brait in the middle. Amanda tries to get it into Siebold, but a good step by Sam Coons to anticipate, knock it away. Now a good through ball into the top. It's 1-on-1. Sylvester goes right side, scores! Maddie Shove.
Maddie for Wheaton. Number 17, Alexa Sharkey.
First goal of the year, and it belongs to Claremont Mud Scripps' Maddie Shove. The Thunder look a little gassed defensively and couldn't get back. And about 40 yards out, Shove possessed and knew she just had 2 defenders to beat and went right down the middle And the Thunder defense could not get there. So an early goal, and it belongs to Claremont Mudscripts' Maddie Shove. Here early on. Now DeMoss controls, goes right side. It's denied.
Score by number 18, Maddie Shove. From number 10, Isabel Lester.
They'll give
from Lester.
Isabel Lester the official assist on that. Now Claremont Mudscripts controls once again. Break cuts this one off about 20 yards out of goal. Floats it to Shannon right side. Thunder down 1-0 early on in the contest. Shannon dribbles into the middle. Looking to float it to Hamilton. Ball is touched up into the air and it's spinning. Got some English on it and out of bounds. Throw will be for the Thunder. Hamilton into DeMoss. DeMoss sets it up with the right foot, trying to punch it in for Siebold. A sliding attempt. She was unable to get to it. Good idea from DeMoss. And Siebold, of course, double-digit goals last year for the Thunder as a freshman. Really spark plug along that front line. A defender by trade, Siebold, but she was able to bring some instant offense. Just a pure goal scorer last year. She's playing up front again this year. So Mudscripts goes ahead in the 19th minute. 1-0. Thunder possess. Defensive half, Karsten rolls it to Gadara. Gadara trying to float it to the back. Picked up by Claire Shum. Punches it back in for Shove. Shove looking for a through ball for Sylvester. Can't find her over the end line.
And for Wheaton, number 28, Annie Wooldridge.
Here comes Annie Woolridge for the first time. Annie's a freshman from Colorado Springs, Colorado, Pine Creek High. Also coming out for the Thunder is Alexa Sharkey. Alexa, one of two Sharkey players on the team she's a sophomore, her younger sister Sydney, also a 5'6" freshman. They're both from Winfield, Illinois. Alexa transferred from John Brown University last year. This ball's headed away out of bounds. Claremont Mudscripts continues possession their offensive half, leading 1-0. About 23.5 minutes remain in the first half. Some pinball action going around down there on the far side. Continued possession now for the Thunder. Campbell looking for someone to throw it to, finds Shannon. Shannon unable to keep possession. Lily wants to float it back. She's unable to, and it's a counterattack now for Mudscripts. Sylvester with the ball on her left foot, denied by Sharkey, out of bounds. Back inside now as Sam Coons tries to put it back into the box. The only person close to it, though, is Bretto, and she's got it. Bretto, a pure drop kick, hits the turf once, gets her right foot into it, into the middle circle. Gadara trying to win that header, floats it on back to Megan Campbell. Campbell does a nice job to possess, turns it around, floats it near side for Wooldridge. Wooldridge surveys the scene, wanting to go to DeMoss on that, just not enough on it. Punched out by the defense. Now possessed. And thrown to the near side for Shove again. Shove already with one goal to her name, trying to work around the defensive Campbell. Megan touched it away, and here comes back near side for Isabel Lester. Lester with Sharkey on her. Ball trying to be dummied on, and it is, but the first person to it is Wooldridge. Wooldridge, ball on our right foot. Looking for something to go, and goes right side for Carrie Shannon. Shannon with some green to work with. Wooldridge and Gadara in the middle. Siebold and DeMoss up front. She'll roll it right side. Annie Siebold does a great job of utilizing her speed and getting to that ball. Shields off a defense, drops it back to Shannon. Shannon touches away once. Shannon now turns her defender around, looking for the corner. A long cross over the goal. Goes over the crossbar and hits the backdrop, and it's out of bounds for a goal kick. So for Claremont Mudscripts, give them credit. It's been tough slugging out there for both teams, and now we'll have a water break for both sides is due to the conditions. Not easy to play in this weather, just walking over here. You know, it's going to be tough sledding for both teams and for both soccer programs all day. You think about that men's game coming up later tonight, the humidity is not going to take any step down either. And this play is stopped here at the 21-minute mark. 21 minutes, 27 seconds remain. On the scoreboard, Claremont Mudscripts ahead thanks to a 19-minute goal from Maddie Shove. Maddie, the senior forward from Portilla Valley, California, and Menlo High. As Wheaton Athletics across the board are getting underway. Wheaton Women's Golf has a very, very busy slate of action here during AQUAD, as known on campus, the first half of the semester. In fact, I was looking at the schedules, and the Wheaton Women's Golf program has their entire season happen between home games for the football team. Of course, Wheaton Thunder football going on a road trip of 3 straight games between next Saturday and then the following 2 Saturdays as well. And mix a bye week into that, the Thunder football team won't be home again until October 6th. And that's homecoming weekend. Of course, it's never too early to start thinking about homecoming weekend. Of course, next weekend there will be the renaming ceremony of the Thunder Baseball Stadium, the Lee Fawn Stadium. There past Gary Avenue, the new field, is funding is continued for that project to keep the lights up, maybe get some stands, restrooms, snack bar, press box. Those are all set to be in the works. Of course, new Thunder baseball coach is Matt Husted, coming over from the University of Michigan, where he was an assistant pitching coach and outfielders coach as well. So it's great to be able to meet Matt. And there's been a lot of turnover during the summertime. Of course, former head softball coach Chris Hudson, no longer here, and his former player, though, outstanding base stealer, Katie Iser, who is now Katie East after marrying J.D. East. Graduate from the Thunder football program last year. J.D. is an outstanding player, and now Katie is the head coach of the Wheaton Thunder softball program. Never too early to think about next spring. We're back from the water break and back into action. The Thunder looking to possess. Ball's played into the middle circle, and Annie Belanger now controls. Drops it right back for Jen Najar. Najar playing with the left brace on her left knee, I should say. And a pretty stealthy one at that. Maybe suffered some knee injury earlier in her career, maybe last year. But she sends this one in down with her right foot, and Brate controls at the top of the box. The Thunder are moving right to left as we see it here in the press box at Joe Bean. Now Karsten, the Thunder look to possess. Campbell right side to Brate. 25th minute here in the first half. 1-0, Claremont Mudscripts has the lead. Scored a goal 6 minutes ago from Maddie Shove, as was assisted by Isabel Lester. Ball played into the middle, but denied entry by Ullman. Throws it left side for Olivia Sylvester. Playing that left striker position. Comes back in towards Shove. Shove hits the deck. Sylvester trying to turn it around, and referee's arm goes in the air. That's a foul. Be against Shove, and the Thunder will have a free kick in the top right corner of the box. Talked about the Thunder football team going on that long road trip of playing their first home game last night, the 30th of August, and not being home again until October 6th. Well, the Thunder men's soccer team will have their first 2 home games of the year now, and then they only have 1 home game in October. And play their first 2 conference matches on the road before finally coming home. Ball punched back into the middle circle. Campbell with the left foot high into the air. It's brought back down by Lester, and Lester looking for a shove, but Brate's going to be the first one to it. She'll turn it around in the box. In the last 10 minutes, Claremont Mudscripts has done a nice job of trying to keep it in their offensive half and keep the Thunder off the aggressive path. Of course, that's what Wheaton wants to do, is get multiple chances at goal. This ball's floated right side for Siebold. She wants to step over it and play it right side, but it was denied and poked away by Sylvester out of bounds. And Lily will have the throw. Comes in near side to Shannon. Shannon wanting to dummy it on to Gadara. Punch back far side for Lily. Lily hoping to cross, and up goes the flag. One too many forwards behind the defense there, and no. It's overruled. Looks like it would be a handball against Claremont Mudscripts. Thought that would be offsides, but that ball was never played back in toward the box to warrant the flag. And the Thunder, either a foul or a handball, and it looks like the kick will be taken by Shannon. About 10 yards shy of the end line and about 10 yards shy of the far sideline. Shannon approaches, a low scooter along the ground. DeMoss tries to get to it, but the first one to it pops it in the air by Claire Schum. Campbell looked to shield off her man, and she wins and gets it back to Brait in the middle circle. Floats it near side for Alexa Sharkey. Sharkey, right foot to Karsten, but it was denied and punched out by Belanger. Brait has it back. Punches into Lilly in the midfield stripe. Val turns it around. Wanted to send someone on that far sideline. No one was at home, and it's out of bounds. We'll have a couple of substitutes.
Number 9, Sydney Stevenson. And number 25, Elizabeth Augustine.
Pretty healthy home crowd on here. On hand for the first ball game of the year. We look to see another one as well for the men's game at 7. Of course, the men taking on Kalamazoo. Ball's thrown in, looking for possession from Ullman, and it's out of bounds. Thunder will have a throw. Trailing 1-0. Just shy of 27 minutes to go in this first half. A throw-in now coming for Claremont Mudscripts. The referees were not on the same page. One was pointing for the Thunder, one pointing for Mudscripts. High into the air goes Lilly to try to win that ball, and she falls hard, but she's back up. Siebold has it, turns it around. Fancy footwork, and then good defensive step by Shove to take that ball away. Excuse me, that was Sarah Tweedy. Now Brait possesses. Never wanting that ball to get too deep in the Thunder defensive half. Keep playing high to keep the Thunder on the offensive attack. Long through ball for DeMoss, and this time she's onside. She's got it. She trickles into the box looking to cross it in shallow, but cutting it off is Molly Freed, and she falls into it and picks it up. Streaking in, a Seabolt was running for that far post touch, and DeMoss trickled it low on the ground looking for that low cross, but Freed read it nicely, covered up that far side post, and just slid right in front, scooped it up for a save. But the Thunder have the right idea, and for Leah DeMoss, encouraging signs for timing that one correctly and being on sides. Here's Amanda Brait. Again, a high defensive line. Karsten now possesses. Laura returning for her as a fifth-year senior. She'll be here for the first semester. There's always that dual sport athlete. Now she floats it in, top of the 18. Shannon trying to get position to win that ball. She's able to trickle it just enough for Sarah Gadara, and that's a handball against Gadara. And Mudscripts will have it. It's quite a handful, Claremont Mudscripts, but it's good of them to make this trip for the Baptista invitation all the way from Southern California. Of course, the Thunder have quite a few players from Southern California as well, as recruiting is always from many locations all over the nation, all over the world at times as well. One of the pride points for Wheaton athletic recruiting. Ball's controlled far side by Claire Schum. Back to Lester. Touched over far side, Alexa Sharkey gives chase. It's out of bounds. Thunder will have a throw, but first a substitution.
Number 25, Allie Witt.
Allie Witt enters the ballgame for the first time as a member of the Wheaton Thunder. She's a graduate of Wheaton Academy, calls Hanover Park, Illinois home. 5'6" freshman forward. Seen already a couple freshmen get in here in this first half. And talking to Coach Felsky, he made it clear that one of his goals for this weekend was to try to get everyone playing time. Want to see everyone play for his squad. Of course, that meant getting his team first in a position where he could afford to play everyone, considering the game to be in hand, but it's far from it here. They trail 1-0. Thunder yet to get on the board. Claremont Mudscripts, a 19-minute goal from number 18, Maddie Shove, the senior. So the Thunder down by a goal, looking to tie it up before halftime. They got 13 minutes and 35 seconds to do it. Karsten sprints across the midfield stripe, looking for DeMoss. Flag is up.
Offsides.
Mentioned the Thunder defense keeping a high defensive line, try not to get too deep. While Claremont Mudscripts is doing the same thing because they know that the aggressive DeMoss is going to try to make runs into that goal as well. But if they can see when she's trying to do that, bring their defensive line high enough, and successfully they've done it a few times now and drawn a handful of offsides. But the Thunder have the right idea. Karsten holds to Shannon. Shannon turns around, wants the through ball in for the newly entered Allie Witt. Punched back, though, by the defense. Guidera floats it far side for Seabolt. Seabolt in front of the fan section down there. Nice ball up to the top of the 18. DeMoss trying to possess. She is held, but nothing called. DeMoss continues to hold and touched away by the defense at the last moment. Now Ullman looking to turn it around. Near sideline it comes, possessed by Sylvester with Sharkey on her. Sylvester turns it around and kicks it out of bounds. It'll be a Thunder throw-in. Sharkey looking for Wooldridge on this near side. It's headed out of bounds by Claremont defense, and another throw for the Thunder. 12 minutes, coming up on 12 minutes remaining in the first half. 1-0, Claremont leads. Wooldridge works by the defense. Wooldridge looking to dribble back into the 18. She's denied, tripped up, nothing called. Clean by the defense, says the referee. Sylvester with the right foot. Now Sharkey takes away the two-touch opportunity and rolls it out of bounds. Mudscripts will have a throw-in. They want to push the pace. Very impressive job done by Claremont with aggressive offensive attacking so far. As often as they can. Of course, the Thunder looking to return the favor at any moment, get on the offensive attack. Seems like similar game plans for both sides. Now Elizabeth Augustine, who's into the game, trying to win that in the center forward position. Drops it back to Ullman. Rolls it back into the 6-yard box, and it's easy play for Barreto. She'll scoop it. The substitutes that are already in the game for Felsey squad include Alexa Sharkey, the sophomore, Allie Witt, the freshman forward, and Annie Wooldridge, the freshman midfielder. So between those three and, of course, junior transfer Leah DeMoss, some new faces in the game right now for the Thunder that we didn't see last year. This ball is rolled far side, out of bounds. Thunder will have a throw. Under 11 minutes for the first half. They trail by a goal, 1-0. Carrie Shannon, nice heel flick back. Tried to keep it in play was Seabolt, just couldn't do it. It is out of bounds for Mudscripts' throw. Lester wants possession to turn it around and shield off her man. She was unable to find anyone, but touched out of bounds late by the Thunder. Another throw for Claremont, leading by a goal at 1-0. Fired in, a good throw to the top of the 18, but Brake cuts it off with a header. Looking for Shannon. The senior can't get to it. Belanger's there. Belanger on her right foot, tries to punch in a through ball. It's possessed by Lester, turns around on our left foot, back to Belanger. Into the corner it goes. Campbell looking to cut her off. Campbell does at the last moment, looking for a foul. Nothing's called. Looks like they're going to give a corner kick. Boy, Campbell did a valiant effort to turn that ball around and try to clear it out. Looks like she was pushed in the box, but lead official did not see it that way. And the first corner kick of the ball game will be for Claremont Mudscripts. Over to take it, looks like Isabel Lester. Not much room to work with for a right foot in swinger from there, but she'll work with it, trying to go near post. Brate heads it away, and it's thrown along the near side by Allie Witt, cleared away. Seabolt wanting to get to it far side, couple headers into it, and she possesses. Good speed, looking to turn around, but making a nice defensive play on it is Chandra Ullman. Boy, Seabolt has great speed and great possession ability. Ullman just a tad faster on that sequence, and Guidera wins possession, slides this one to the right side for Allie Witt. Witt drops it back to Seabolt. who drops back in the midfield position with the addition of Wheaton Wooldridge to the front line. Looking to throw this one into the middle. Both Shannon and Gadara thought it was to the other and didn't go after the ball, and it's an easy pick for Mud Scripps. Sylvester in toward the middle for Megan Patterson. Now it's Augustine floating far side, but taken away by Wooldridge. Drops it back to Alexa Sharkey. Coming up on 8 minutes to go in the first half, Thunder trail by a goal. Augustine rolls it back. Augustine, a right-footed shot, but it slices over the top of her cleat and over the end line for a goal kick for the Thunder. So Wheaton most likely did not expect themselves to be in this position early on, but they do trail by a goal. Here early in their first contest, they play it quickly to the defensive line, and Karsten has it in the middle. Karsten floats far side to Campbell. Goes back to Laura and comes to Sharkey, near side. Over the sideline, possessed by Wooldridge. The freshman from Colorado Springs now quickly doubled. Wooldridge continues to possess. Back into the middle for Laura Karsten. Karsten wanting a long through ball for DeMoss. It's cut off by the defense. DeMoss trying to get to it still and float it back in toward the post. But one too many touches, and it's over the end line for a goal kick. You can see Karsten definitely every time that she possesses in the middle into the offensive half, she's looking for Leah DeMoss. Either on the shallow left or shallow right sides. Lee's been able to get to a couple of those through balls and make plays on the net, but nothing extremely dangerous. Maybe this one. She's got it in the box, floats it back in toward the corner. The defense knocks it away, and it's just wide of the post. Very nearly an own goal. Good job by Carrie Shannon to initially win that header and put it back on the top of the box, and DeMoss had a shallow cross. Chance for a header, but
13, Mary Pettit.
Instead, that cross was going for the far side of the goal. The defense was there, and they knocked it away, but it was about a couple feet wide of the post. Here comes a corner kick for the Thunder, their first of the match. DeMoss will take it with a right foot, a low liner. No white jerseys there, and it's touched away by Najar, and Augustine now trying to win possession. Brait has in the defensive half, comes near side for Sharkey. 6 minutes remaining first half. Thunder down by a goal. Wooldridge again with a quick double coming on Annie off the defense out of bounds. Thunder will have a throw. Wooldridge will give to Sharkey. Sharkey goes right back to Wooldridge. Tripped up, there's a foul. Quickly called before Annie could get back up. Deciding who to take this set piece. Looks like DeMoss will come over. Wearing number 22 for the Thunder. She'll take the set piece, and also Alexa Sharkey. If they want to run that two-touch, it's two-man wall between Sylvester and Chandra Ullman. Sharkey will have it. Want to float it far side for DeMoss, trying to track it down. This one will go out of bounds, though, as Sharkey led her too far. And Sylvester came over and just shielded her off got herself between the ball and DeMoss, and it was out of bounds for a goal kick. 5 minutes in the first half. The approach and the boot from Molly Freed along the ground. Up in the air with the header is Mary Pettit for the Thunder. Freshly entered the game, Mary Pettit. Now it's possessed by Sharkey over the midfield stripe. Alexa looking for a long through ball, scoots over the defense, tracking it down and getting there nicely. Here comes a long ball in toward the middle. Touched away by the defense. High it goes. Gadara looking to possess about 20 yards out. Floats it in with her left foot. It's loose for a brief moment. DeMoss trying to get there. The defense does get there first. Sharkey now is man all with defense, but she couldn't get to the ball without pushing down Augustine, and that's a foul. And Mud Scripps will have possession of the defensive half. That was Allie Witt who was around that ball as well as a forward. Looking to make something happen along with DeMoss. And Mary Pettit was in the action. Back into the middle. Karsten intercepts. Karsten kind of the rover on this team, playing all over. Plays in the defensive line and then kind of instigates the offense when she brings it up in the middle. Center defense, center mid, can be center forward at times. Now it's floated near side for Alexa Sharkey. Looks into DeMoss. DeMoss looking for a top ball, and it's found by Allie Witt. Allie Witt making a play into the 18, knocked away by the defense, and it's trickling out of bounds. And it actually hits the flag, and it's over the end line.
Thunder, corner kick.
And it'll be a corner kick. That close. That close to being a throw in, but just on the right side of the flag, meaning it'll be a corner kick. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the first half. Thunder still trail by a goal at 1-0. Over in that corner is Wooldridge and Carrie Shannon, the senior and freshman. Shannon to Wooldridge, and Shannon boots it through. High in the box, a header toward the goal is just wide. Not a bad effort from Allie Witt. Good ball from Carrie Shannon, and a good strong header by Witt. But it was wide, so that shot on goal misses. But the Thunder getting some good opportunities at the net. Allie Witt tracks it down, steps over. One across it in, possesses ball on the right foot, steps over again, turns on a dime, now is quickly defended. She needs to get rid of it, gets it to Shannon, steps over, wins possession at the top. Karsten, a left-footed shot, and it's saved by Freed. Good ball movement from the Thunder. The fans like what they see and applaud that offensive effort. And a couple shots back-to-back within the span of a minute for Wheaton. Looks like they're starting to find their offensive stride a bit. Here's DeMoss trying to win a ball. She's got it now in the middle, and she's turning back on the Jets into the 18. Tipped away. Now she's got it on the left foot, and she fires wide. She just mishit it. 3 consecutive shots within a span of a minute and a half for the Thunder, so looks like they're starting to find an offensive rhythm a little bit more, but of course only a minute 40 remaining in this first half. They trail by a goal. Fans get into a Let's Go Wheaton chant. It's possessed by Witt, rolled right side for Gadara. A minute and a half to go. Gadara far side. Stops, works around one defender, and tries to go with a cross, and it's knocked away, ricocheted over the end line. Another corner kick for the Thunder, their third of the first half.
Corner kick.
Claremont Mudscripts has a corner as well. For the Thunder, this will be their third. It won't be a two-touch. It'll be Shannon taking it on her own. Handful of shirts in there. A long, high ball. Header, it's loose in the mixer for a brief bit. Still loose. Ball trying to be played off foot. High into the air. Looking to win it to Moss. Still loose. Karsten left shot. Oh, and it's off for the top of the crossbar and down and kicked away. A save by the defense.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
1 minute to go. Well, 45 seconds, and that was so close. That ball was in the mixer for a good 5 seconds. Popped out to Karsten about 15 feet out. And her shot skipped off the top of the crossbar and ricocheted straight down before it was cleared by the Claremont defense. Score remains 1-0, 30 seconds to go. Here's Gadara. Wins that ball from the keeper. Molly Freed, now far sideline. Turning it around is Chandra Ullman for Claremont Mudscripts, far in that corner. Gadara's trying to win it. It's over the end line. And it'll be a corner kick. A quick corner kick, of course. 6 seconds to go. They'll have to take it quickly. A low liner. DeMoss trying to push it in, and it's saved by the defense. And over the out-of-bounds line. And that is how the first half will come to an end.
Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out the concession stand.
Well, not a bad first half from all angles of it. The Thunder, the opening contest of the year, they are trailing 1-0 thanks to a 19-minute goal by Maddie Shove, as assisted by Isabel Lester. Thunder do trail 1-0, but a flurry of offensive activity there in the last 3 minutes or so of that first half. Hopefully the Thunder will come back with a good offensive game plan. They trail by a goal right now, but still 45 minutes of soccer to be played. Now for all the
They have a quarterback.
Of course, they lead the shots 4-3. But 3 of those 4 shots came extremely late in that first half.
Were you the boys coach?
Wheaton women's golf team was at the Robert Morse Fall Classic earlier today.
Yeah, you probably know him.
As they get their season underway, the men's golf team, of course, plays Also, some matches this fall and into the spring as well. Wheaton women's tennis had a match this weekend postponed due to anticipated rain for next weekend, or this coming weekend, I should say, so it's postponed. But they hope to get back to the courts as soon as they can. Wheaton Thunder football team goes on the road next week to Albion, Michigan, to take on the Scots of Albion in their second game. They're 1-0 after a 48-7 drubbing of Benedictine last night. Right across the way there at McCulley Stadium that we can see here from the press box. And the teams are back out onto the field, and we're getting ready for the second half. Looks like Allie Witt will be in the middle circle with Gadara at center mid and forward, respectively. Leah DeMoss on the near side forward line, as well as Val Lilly on the far side. DeMoss touching this one in toward Allie Witt. Thunder looking to keep the offensive momentum that they had in the latter 5 minutes of that first half and try to keep that going here into the second half. Seemed like time just ran out on them, a little shy of punching through a goal. Laura Carson had a shot that went off the crossbar, ricocheted to the ground. Otherwise, this game would be tied. Here's a ball sent into the 18, knocked away by the defense. Ball's got some English. Karsten trying to win it in the middle. She touches right back to the Thunder defense, and Amanda Bray. Amanda, a 3-year starter here, this being her junior year. Hoping to stay healthy and stay on the field. Good back-to-back touch by Annie Hamilton and Allie Witt. Now touchback far sideline. Left-footed swinging Sylvester rolls it back, but Karsten intercepts. Goes to DeMoss looking for that back heel flick for Allie Witt, but Witt was not running that line. Thunder continue to possess, though, with Annie Hamilton. A long right-footed cross in toward the 18, trying to track it down to Siebold. She's got it. She'll try to cross it back in along the line to the near side post. Scooped up, unharmed by Molly Freed. Looks like Gadara and DeMoss were making runs. Leah DeMoss, the transfer junior. Known for her speed and her playmaking ability. Trying to get up and down as Thunder look to play a vertical game. And haven't timed every through ball really precisely, as there's been a handful of offsides. Now Claremont Mudscripts looking to make an offensive attack. Ball playing on her right foot is Chandra Ullman back into the middle. The shot is blocked at the top of the box. Lauren Allen now surveys the scene, goes with the left foot, drops it to Lester. Lester comes near side for Shum. Punched away, a header by Megan Campbell, gets it back into the middle of the defense, and Carrie Shannon touches it away. Taken back by Ullman. Wanted a touch for a through. No run was made. Played back to the far side. Alexa Sharkey is on the starting defensive line for the Thunder here in the second half. And here comes Annie Hamilton. Hamilton trying to punch this one with the right foot into DeMoss, but it was touched away by the defense toward the far sideline. Out of bounds off the foot of Sam Coons. Sam, a sophomore defender from Aurora, Colorado. Sharkey now, ball on her right foot, plays into the middle. 3 minutes into the second half. Thunder's trail by a goal. 1-0. Wanted to equalize it early on in this half and then have the remaining of the 45 minutes to look for the go-ahead goal. Won as many opportunities at the net as possible, so far being shut out in the first game of the year. This ball trickles all the way back to the Claremont keeper. But the Thunder trying to win that ball in the middle. Now it's knocked away from Gadara. Now possessed by Maddie Shove. Shove falls to the turf. Nothing called. Campbell clears it with the left foot. Coming back on it is Annie Hamilton. She is on it. The senior turns it around and brings it across the midfield stripe for the Thunder. Playing on her right foot. Touches around a defense a little too far. Taken away by Mudscript's Sam Coons. Down to the far sideline, it's Olivia Sylvester. Punch back into the middle. Karsten does a nice job to step in front of that ball and intercept. They were looking for a through to try to get to Lauren Allen. This ball's helped on by DeMoss. Good touch on to Siebold. Siebold cuts around a defender. Has DeMoss on the right side if she wants her. Now goes left foot. No one at home in the middle. Deflected away by the defense. Sharkey trying to win a header, gets to Gadara, plays it behind her to Karsten in the Thunder offensive half. Karsten a long left-footed through, looking for DeMoss, but a little too far. Over the end line it goes, and we've seen Laura Carson Time after time when she's possessing, she's immediately looking for Leah DeMoss, trying to make that connection. And in return, the Mud Scripps defensive line looking to come up and try to draw DeMoss off sides like they did in that first half. Goal kick is low along the ground by Molly Freed, and now played now at the feet of Annie Belanger. Belanger looking to turn around. Shannon cuts it off, takes it away, but their favor is returned by Claire Shum. The deflection goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Claremont Mud Scripps defensive half as they move right to left. So we see in the press box, Megan Campbell, very physical defense, wins that ball. Touches it to Siebold. Siebold tries to punch it through off of Shum, and now DeMoss wins it in the offensive half. Left foot plays for Gadara. She approaches 30 yards out, looking for a through ball for Allie Witt, and Allie's just not going to be able to get there. A good idea from Gadara, looking for Witt. Witt was onside and made a nice run, but was just not fast enough to get it there. Claremont maintaining that high defensive pressure. And the Thunder forwards trying to expose that and make well-timed runs past it. They might have a chance here. Siebold possesses near side. And he tried to turn around, but Shum denied her access. Campbell comes on hard to deny that clearance. Back into the box and out of bounds. Last touch from the left foot of Sarah Tweedy. Claremont 1, Wheaton nothing. Here in the first game of the year, DeMoss near sideline, touched away over the end line. Looks like it will be a corner kick. It will.
Thunder, corner kick.
Corner kick for the Thunder, the first of the second half, the fourth of the ball game overall. It's quickly punched into the box. Played along the ground. Siebold trying to come across, but denied access by the defense. Long left-footed attempt by Campbell, but she sliced it and it goes out of bounds before Allie Witt could get there. And Mud Scripps will have a throw in their defensive third. Thunder with those four corners, and they've tried different tactics just about every time. They run that two-touch play. They bring two players over, and just to get that extra 5 feet closer before they make that cross in. They've made the immediate cross low on the ground, and Carrie Shannon's had a couple of nice crosses in the air to give heading opportunities. Allie Witt had one shot with the header, but it was wide. Thunder control. Here comes Brate, bringing it across the midfield stripe. 38 minutes remain in the contest. Thunder down by a goal. Brate continues her dribbling all the way across that far sideline, but it's deflected out of bounds. Mud Scripps will have the throw as they punch it into their offensive half. It gets by Brate, but just white jerseys down there. Karsten will retreat, get on it. One-man pressure is brought by Maddie Shove. Schroll to Sharkey far side. Sharkey, the transfer sophomore. Her sister Sydney also on the club as a freshman. This ball's turned around, played the other way by Olivia Sylvester. And toward the middle, but Karsten's there. Tries to go with a long pass over the face and out of bounds, but Karsten took a tumble there and fell to the turf, and a lead whistle. Going to be a called foul against Mud Scripps' Maddie Shove. As Karsten fell on that, and they'll play a free kick just shy of the midfield circle, and on the left side, Amanda Brate will take it. Minor coming up at 7 o'clock. The Wheaton men's soccer team plays their first game of the year against Kalamazoo. Both the Wheaton men and women will take on Principia College in their respective matches tomorrow. Annie Hamilton tries to work around a defender here, but she's called for a little pushing and shoving after she won that ball, and it'll be a free kick for Mud Scripps. Leading by a goal with the right foot is Jen Najjar, senior midfielder. And toward the middle, Karsten wins it though. Feeds Shannon. The Thunder look to get back to running. A long ball on the right foot. Siebold gets in front and possesses. Siebold looks to work around, but Shum was able to read that one. And she takes it away. Shum coming across the midfield stripe, still dribbling with it. She's making this run all the way toward the 18. And Sharkey steps in front of her potential pass, but it goes right at the feet of Chandra Ullman. Ullman goes right side for Sylvester. Sylvester turned around by Sharkey. Sharkey trying to save it before it goes out of bounds, and she does it nicely. Good play by Alexis Sharkey. Wins possession for the Thunder for Carrie Shannon. Shannon steps over the ball once, now feeds in toward the middle. Witt touches it on for DeMoss. DeMoss has it on her right foot, comes back in toward the middle, looking for Olivia Witt, or Allie Witt, excuse me, and it's just a little far. I think DeMoss thought Witt was a little bit closer when she was making that run than she was, as she dropped it back, hoping Witt would just be able to come up and in stride fire a shot with her right foot, but Witt was not that close. Good idea nonetheless. The Thunder maintain possession. Sharkey into the middle for Amanda Bray. Megan Campbell on the right side, the near side. So we see as the Thunder moving left to right. Gets into it with her right foot. Knocked away with the left foot of Tweedy. Back to Brait. The lights have not yet come on here as the afternoon gets into early evening. Shannon in the mid-circle. Nice dance around Belanger. Near sideline for Seabolt. She has DeMoss and Seabolt trying to work around Shum, but Shum, it denies her access again. Boy, Claire Shum, the sophomore defender from San Mateo, has really done a nice job on Annie Seabolt today. But of course, it only takes one time to get around for a potential shot at the goal, so Seabolt will undoubtedly keep trying to exploit that matchup. Here it goes again. Anna trying to work around her, and she tugs it back near side with the right foot. She has possession to Carrie Shannon. Shum and Seabolt will continue to battle the rest of the second half. You can count on that. Shannon wants to play in toward the middle. It's kicked away by Lauren Allen. To the center mid it goes, and Isabel Luster looking to maintain possession, but Brait makes a nice play. She's joined the offense in the half now. Annie Hamilton far side with the right foot to Gadara. Gadara feeds back to Hamilton. Hamilton a couple steps, goes back with a shallow left-footed cross in toward Witt. Witt trying to keep it alive. She does, but now played at the feet of Chandra Ullman. Ball played back into the middle for Shove. Shove goes right side. Ullman trying to get there, but Sharkey step in, take away. Looking for a long through ball right along, but Sam Coons smelled it out. Now a collision between, looks like Sharkey and Coons there, but Claremont Munscripps nevertheless has possession. End of the offensive third, a long right-footed cross over the crossbar. And the end line, it'll be a goal kick for Kelsey Grant.
Entering for Claremont, number 9, Sydney Stevenson.
Now Sydney Stevenson will enter the game for Claremont Munscripps, coming off as Annie Belanger. Stevenson, the sophomore midfielder from San Luis Obispo, California, and San Luis Obispo High. Pretty country over there in San Luis Obispo. Nice place to be from. And there's a quick kick underway, and Seabolt has it, but play has been suspended, and Seabolt is running with the ball on the far sideline, but she was the only one with it. As play was stopped by the near side official. Enough to crack a smile. It was not the completion of the stoppage of play. After Amanda Brait got into that ball. But now we're officially ready to begin. Coming up on the 33-minute mark. Again, about halfway through each half, they'll try to get a water break in because of the playing conditions. This ball is won by Munscripps. Stepped over and turned around back toward the middle by Ullman. Ullman putting this one in for Shove. Shove working around Karsten, who has the defense. Karsten was able to win it and clear it with the right foot. Headed back down to the turf by Ullman. Poked away by Seabolt. Cleared with the right foot of Campbell, and it scoots on by Allie Witt. Into the Thunder offensive half. Coming over is Najjar for Munscripps. Back to the keeper it goes, and Freed clears it with the right foot. Shannon, the header into the middle circle. Play starts to intensify a little bit now as it gets under 33 minutes to go, 32-20. For the ball game, Claremont 1. The Thunder have yet to get on the board. Karsten plays in the middle. He's near side. Seabolt cuts it off and possesses. Back to Campbell in the right alley. Campbell is forced off the ball, and so is Karsten. Play on, says the referee. And a counterattack possibility. Shove, a good ball coming in. Approaching is Lester. She possesses in the 18. Back to Shove it goes. Trying to work around. A good stop made by Megan Campbell. Mudscripps continues to possess, and a high right-footed cross. Not sure where that one was wanting to go, and it's over the end line. But good defense from Megan Campbell. After
Claremont, number 25.
Karsten was...
Elizabeth Augustine. And for Wheaton, number 28, Annie Wooldridge.
Karsten tried to win that ball in the middle circle. She couldn't do it, but... Looked pretty physical play out there, but play on, said the referee, and had good offensive opportunity for Claremont Mudscripps, but Megan Campbell was able to make the defensive stand and earn possession back for the Thunder, and here they go. They have it. Annie Wooldridge back into the game as well for the Thunder as Sarah Guerrero comes off. Now Annie Hamilton, ball on her left foot. Steps over once, steps over twice, feeds back into the 18. Stepped and taken away by Lauren Allen. Shannon is able to regroup for the Thunder. Carey comes near side for Anna Siebel. Anna looking for the nutmeg. She got it. She's going right side. Turns it back around, and she's going one-on-one against Isabel Lester. Lester is able to touch it once away and is clear it to Show. Back into the middle. Shannon looking for the step and takeaway as she falls to the turf, gets right back up. Plays it on her right foot. Facing the box in toward the goal. Left foot in toward the middle. It's possessed there by DeMoss, or turned around, by Wooldridge. Wooldridge tries to step over and play it back into the top. Allie Witt's there as well, cleared by the defense. Coming on for the clearance, so miscommunication by the Thunder, and now it's one-on-one. Shove, and Sharkey is coming hard on Shove. A long shot coming way off her line. Kelsey Graham, she denies the shot. Oh, how about that? That ball was destined for the net. But an amazing save made by the Thunder keeper. Counterattack possibilities, they've got numbers. Ball is played a little too far, a touch off of Allie Witt, and she had Leah DeMoss, as well as Annie Siebold streaking up the right side. But when she was working around her defender, she touched it a little too far. Enough for the keeper Freed to come out and get it. Boy, but what a save by Kelsey Graham on the other end for the Thunder. Way off her line. She only had one shot at it. She was able to get in front of it and make the save. Incredible play. Thanks to that, the Thunder are still only down 1-0. Siebold trying to make an attack, steps over a couple times, goes right side, works around a defender, but rolls it out of bounds, unable to keep the possession, and Claremont will have a throw-in. Under the half-hour mark, as the Metro train passes behind us, Thunder still trail by a goal. Ball rolled in toward the middle for Wooldridge. Wooldridge on her right foot, about 40 yards out, trying to chip it into the top. Witt looking to be there, but turned away by the defense, cleared out of bounds. Thunder will have a throw.
Number 14, Val Lilly.
And here comes Val Lilly. So Val Lilly enters the contest, and now coming off is Allie Witt. So Lilly started, and Witt took her place midway through. And here's the first throw, and it's quick, and Lilly takes a tumble to the turf, gets right back up, nothing called. Campbell, high header looking for Lilly, and it looks like gets past the defense, and Lilly has it. Trying to keep it in play in the end line, does, right in front of the goal, cleared away, played on the right foot of Siebold. Just about 8 yards shy. A couple bodies fall to the turf. DeMoss turns it around, fires a shot. It's blocked over the end line.
Thunder, corner kick.
A little bit of sloppy play in there in the box, but Leah DeMoss came streaking in and tried to make a play on it and shoot it at the near side post, and it was blocked. A nice play by Sam Coons, but another corner kick opportunity for the Thunder. They trailed by a goal here in the middle portions of the second half. The approach by Hamilton, and it's a high one into the shallow box, a header opportunity, and it's over the crossbar. Boy, that was a really good ball by Hamilton, and a good opportunity for the Thunder because Molly Freed, the keeper, was caught up in her own defense. She was unable to even make any type of play on that ball. There's too much going on there for her to get a hand on it if there was a clean shot. Her goal kick goes right at Leah DeMoss. She's going to turn around and shoot, and it's right at Molly Freed, and she makes the save. My goodness. Freed's goal kick was right at the feet of Leah DeMoss, about 25 yards out, and Leah found herself in two defenders with the ball, and she was able to dribble and fire a pretty good shot, but Freed, to her credit, was able to position herself well and make the save in the air. Thunder still looking for the initial goal of the year. They trail 1-0. Back and forth play between Lily and DeMoss. Lily now a long ball, a chance at a header. Great play made by Freed, diving out of the 6 and making the save. As Annie Siebold had a chance at that ball, and a foul is called against Siebold, as whenever the keeper gets involved with physical play in the box, the referees more often than not give them the benefit of the doubt. This goal kick is headed away by Shannon, also by DeMoss. She falls to the turf. Play on, they say. Campbell in the middle circle looking to win it. Falls to the turf for Karsten. Campbell takes a tumble, but she gets back up. Now Karsten a tumble as well, and Claremont looking to make an attack, but Brait nicely steps over and takes possession for the Thunder. She rolls it near side for Campbell. Campbell looks at what she has. Maybe looking for Leah DeMoss. She'll float it for Leah. Leah is there, trying to keep it in play, just unable to do so. Over the end line, it'll be a goal kick.
Number 3, Gabrielle Ozer.
So here comes Gabrielle Ozer. Listed as number 11 in the program, but number 3 on the field. Claremont still holding on to a 1-0 lead over the Thunder here. 25.5 minutes to go. Probably a few short minutes away from a mandatory water break for each side. DeMoss floats it in toward Lily. Lily a long touch away. Goes with the left foot looking for Siebold, but Siebold's touch. She was just unable to get to it and make a touch. Lily, a good idea, and Anna Siebold was in the vicinity, but too much zip on it. Anna couldn't get there. Boy, I couldn't tell you how many near looks the Thunder have had in the box today, and some exciting moments, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard at least. They'll need at least one if they want to come out of this with at least a draw in the first game of the year. This ball now floated into the offensive third for Mud Scripps. Brait trying to cut off Shove. She does as Shove ricochets it off of Brait out of bounds. Mud Scripps has a throw in their offensive third. Claremont hasn't been on the offensive very much this second half. They were a little bit more in that first half, to give them credit. They've had a couple of chances to make it 2-0, though, in this one, more especially 10 minutes ago. Kelsey Graham made a great play. Here's a deep throw into the box. Knocked away by the defense. Now still played at the feet of Augustine into the box as Shannon heads it away. Nice flick on by Leah DeMoss. Trying to get there is Wooldridge. She does in the middle. Wants to turn it around. One-man pressure being applied by Lauren Allen. Wooldridge works it across the midfield stripe now. Splits a defenseman, I should say, and still plays it at her feet. She's knocked down. Foul called. Or Carson was contemplating taking that one quickly, going left to right, but referee realigns her to the spot of the foul. Wooldridge still with it. Claremont wanting for the handball, nothing called. This ball's knocked away. Brait trying to get to it in the middle circle, and instead turned around by Shove and possessed by Claremont. Shannon trying to get in front of that one, just couldn't do it though. And here comes Gabrielle Ozer, just entered into the game. Goes back to Shove. She dribbles into the box, left-footed shot, tipped away by the defense, and Graham gets a paw on it, barely. Boy, Graham was positioned really well right there, but then Brait was able to touch it away and redirected the shot, and Graham had to make last-minute change to her line and knock it away. Another nice save. Now the Thunder have the ball after a high leg kick warning. Gave him a free kick. This ball floated looking toward Val Lilly and knocked away at the last moment by Ozer and out of bounds. Whistles blow, and looks like we'll have a timeout on the field. 22 minutes, 44 seconds to go here in this. 22 minutes, 44 seconds remain here in this second half as the Thunder continue to trail 1-0 against Claremont Mud Scripps. In the 19th minute, the goal came off the foot of Maddie Shug. Maddie was assisted on that play by Isabel Lester, and it's just a breakdown of the defense. And now you look on each sideline, just about 22 minutes remaining And in the middle circle, Chandra Ullman's trying to stretch herself out, work out those cramps. It's not easy playing in these conditions out there. With the air is heavy and an overcast, humid day. And Megan Campbell on the Thunder sideline was stretching herself out as well to keep from cramping up. And it looks like on second notion here, we should clarify, looked like Kelsey Graham was in goal and making all those incredible plays and saves. Hillary Barreto wouldn't be too pleased if she found that out. It was Barreto that whole time. She played that first half, and originally the word from Felsky was definitely a split time between Graham and Barreto between the posts. But it has been Hillary this whole time. And she's been outstanding. 2 outstanding saves that she's made between the posts in that second half alone. One off the foot of Maddie Shove, and she had to come way off her line, about 15 yards outside the goal, and was able to slide and make a sliding save. Otherwise, Shove would have put Claremont up 2-0. And most recently, just about a minute ago, Shove had another chance, got a pretty good shot off. And Barreto was in position to make the play, and went off the back.
Mary Pettit.
Off the back of Amanda Brait, and it redirected the shot, but Barreto was able to regather herself and punch it away for another save. So a couple chances for Claremont to make this at least 2-0 have come up empty due to the strong goal play of Barreto. And the Thunder are in contention still as they trail 1-0.
Yeah.
Lily floats it into the box, trying to turn it around to Seabolt, but she slips and falls, can't do anything there. Campbell cuts it off, rolls it behind to Brait. 22.5 minutes remaining in the contest. Claremont leads 1-0. Near side to Campbell. Now Lily possesses, going one-on-one, working against Stevenson, floats it back in, deflected away by the defense. Augustine trying to roll it out with a clearance. Taken by Ullman, rolled out of bounds, and the Thunder will have a throw. Campbell to take it. Try to speed up the play. Lily has it, trying to keep it in play across the end line, but can't do it.
For Claremont, number 23, Claire Shum.
Looks like Claire Shum will re-enter. She's done an excellent job marking up against Anna Seabolt throughout this match. Looks like she'll continue to have to do it, although Seabolt is now playing on that far left side as Lily is the right forward now, and that's where Shum will mark up with. Right foot and into it. Hand goes up in the air and the whistle as well. She did not have the go-ahead. Second time today so far that play has started and been underway without, and the keeper has gotten a right foot into it, but too early. Now the substitution is completely completed as Jen Najjar comes back off the field. And we'll do it again. Free to right foot into it. Also into the game is Mary Pettit for the Thunder. She saw time in the second half of the second portion of the first half, I should say. They're on the contest. There's Brait trying to get to the ball, steps away, and now taken by Augustine. Augustine on the left foot, now played alongside Ullman. Ullman to Shove. Shove looking back for a 2-touch. Barreto deciding whether to come back on it. She's able to escape and make the play about 8 yards outside goal. Both Amanda Brait and Sharkey and Carsonwell converging on that ball ahead of Hillary Barreto, but she was able to make the decision and get back out on top and get on top of it. Played in the offensive half for show. On her left foot, cuts it back into the middle, trying to get a shot off. Karsten steps in front, puts it away. Now Pettit tries to work around Augustine, and Brait cleans it up out of the box. Headed up into the air, off the left foot of Lauren Allen. Now Shum tries to play inside, nothing there, and Campbell falls again. She's really cramping up a little bit now as DeMoss making a streak along that right side. She's got it. She's in possession now. Cross long across a shot coming from Seabolt, and it's high. DeMoss saw Anna Seabolt in the middle of the box.
Annie Bellinger. And number 10, Isabel Lester.
That was a very quickly developing play, and about 10 seconds went from the defensive half into the offensive half, and DeMoss with the low cross in for Seabolt, but she just came into it with a bit of an overstride, and it was over the crossbar. A lot of shots coming for the Thunder in this second half, but of course nothing to show for it just yet. DeMoss controls outside the box. Knocked away from the line. Corner kick coming up. After Shum touched that one over the end line. And Wheaton, who had 4 corner kicks in that first half, will now have their second of the second half. 19 minutes to go. Ball is floated in high. A head chance at a header goes and flicks on into the back half now. Hamilton tracks it down outside the box, tries to put it back in. Siebold, a long header, is just over the crossbar. Siebold's been all over those, and her trademark goal last year was off that head ball. She's able to score that one numerous times, but hasn't been able to get this one any goal into the net just yet. Goal kick played, Pettit's on it. Tried to play it through to DeMoss, cut off by the defense and turned around by Belanger. Played back a long ball coming in toward Lilly. Lilly cuts it off, tries to feed it in toward the corner, touched up and over the upper 90 by Leah DeMoss.
Number 3, Shelby Anthony.
DeMoss was charging for that near post, trying to hit that angle and just touch it through, but coming off was Freed. They both got there simultaneously. DeMoss, her touch from about 5 yards out, carried the crossbar. Thunder looked just hoping to win every ball off the goal kicks and turn it back around. Brait trying to cut this one off. She does for the brief moment, and they say play on. Show touches around. Anthony is there. Out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in. Shelby Anthony into the game as that left wing defender for the Thunder. 17-25 and counting. The throw comes from Olivia Sylvester to the corner of the box. Turnaround by Augustine. Punched back in by Belanger. Cleared out by Sharkey. Left foot out of bounds. Into the stands where the fans are. Throw-in comes in. It's in on the ground. Brait right foot clearance. Looking for Siebold. Touched away. DeMoss couldn't quite come up with the possession, but Pettit comes over and makes the play anyway. Pettit, the freshman midfielder from Hoffman Estates, Illinois. Has some good quality minutes right here. Played in toward the middle. Looking for Siebold, but it was behind Siebold. That pass from DeMoss. Intercepted by Mud Scripps. As they come right to left, Belanger over the midfield stripe. Anthony, step and intercepted. Going for the back and forth, the give and go between Anthony and DeMoss. Now Shelby comes left side, Wooldridge. Wooldridge in the middle, turns it around, looking for the middle play for DeMoss. Couldn't get it to her. Deflected, chance for it to go out of bounds. It is out. Thunder will have a throw-in.
And number 10, Carrie Shannon.
Lily will take it, but Shannon will first re-enter. And Mary Pettit will come off. Pettit's been effective. But Shannon, of course, has great playmaking ability, and they hope to exploit that in the last 16 minutes of this contest. Thunder trail by a goal. Leah DeMoss comes in toward the middle for Wooldridge. Wooldridge wanting to dribble back in toward the middle. A left-footed shot is blocked. Looking for Wooldridge to come back across. She falls to the turf, and it's going to be a foul against Claremont. So a free kick coming here for the Thunder. I'd say about 35 yards out from goal. Looks like Shannon will address it. There's some shirts on the right side in the middle. Now Karsten will join them along with Siebold, Wooldridge, and DeMoss. Shannon steps up. Low liner is deflected in toward the box. Hamilton trying to come over and get it. Floats it long for the far side of the post. Hand coming on with the shot is unable to get there in time. It's Lily. It's over the end.
Jen Nair, and number 8, Chandra Ullman.
A valiant effort there. A good ball by Annie Hamilton to that far post that was left exposed, but the charge was just not made in time. For the Thunder, a little bit late. Couple more substitutions coming for Mud Scripps. off the left foot here of Lester and out of bounds. Claremont, this would be definitely a significant win for their program, especially for the first contest of the year against a team that went to the national title game a season ago. Claremont, of course, 8-4 overall last year. So they're hoping to hold on for dear life for the last 14 minutes. This ball's floated high toward the near side. Anthony trying to come get it. It's kept in play and nicely done. Anthony trying to cut her off, but it's kept possession by Ullman. Ullman steps around the defensive Anthony, comes back near side. Turn back around in toward the middle. Break gets in front. Lily trying to come on to take it. She does. Lily into Karsten. In the defensive half of the Thunder, Karsten finds Shannon. Shannon trying to touch it away, and she's denied initially by Shum. Gets it back. Shannon into the middle circle. Possessed by Wooldridge. Wooldridge continues to dribble, wanting a through ball for Leah DeMoss. Led her a little too far. Cleared away, out of bounds by Sam Coons. The Athenas of Claremont Mudscripts have played quite a solid match here this afternoon. Lead it by a goal. Thunder trying to find that equalizer. Anthony along the right side. Shelby keeps it in play, looking for Anna Siebold. Touched away by the defense, cleared out of bounds, deep in the offensive third for the Thunder. Looks like Lily will come over to make the throw. She has Shannon or Anthony to go to. She wants to go to Carrie Shannon. Feeds it back to Shelby Anthony. Anthony with the right foot sends it in toward the post. Score! What a shot! Holy cow, what a shot! Anthony a good 25 yards out. From the near sideline, sends a long ball, undoubtedly looking for the cross and a header in. But a perfect trajectory into the side netting, the upper 90, painted in the left upper corner. Tied up. It comes with 12:31 to go in the contest, and we're tied at 1. Wow. So Shelby Anthony.
Another goal, her first of the season for number 3, Shelby Anthony. Anthony unassisted.
An outstanding goal. What a way to get your senior year off for Anthony. It's a tied up ball game at 1 now. Coming up on the 12-minute mark. The Thunder have new life, and they'll have a throw in the offensive half. The throw-in from Lily was to Shannon, and she just laid it back off to Shelby Anthony, and Shelby really just sized it up and wanted to give someone a chance at a header at that far post. But her ball was so perfect that it just was able to carry Molly Freed, who was playing it a little too high on that cross, and was not anticipating a shot that close. Shannon now furiously working to keep off the defense, drops it to Val Lilly. Back to Carrie Shannon, she's got some room. She approaches, sends a right-footed ball in. Coming across is DeMoss, but it was touched away by the defense and cleared out of bounds. Thunder will have a throw-in. They come back to Alexa Sharkey on the offensive half. Left side. Alexa brings it back in. A long right-footed shot comes well wide. Hoping someone will make
number 13, Lauren Allen.
Lauren Allen will re-enter for Claremont Mudscripts, looks like. And coming off the field will be Annie Belanger. Allen up, Belanger down for Coach Sanchez's squad. And so we resume. Freshly tied at 1. Off the goal by Shelby Anthony. Brake steps over, turns it around to the defensive half of the Thunder, sends it left side for Sharkey. Alexa's got some green to work with, feeds into the middle circle for Karsten, brings it across the midfield stripe. Stops with the left foot, turns it into Shannon. Now a chance to look for a through ball for someone. DeMoss makes sure she's onside. Shannon will shoot! Just carries the crossbar. Not a bad idea from Carrie Shannon.
Number 16, Sydney Sharkey.
You saw Shelby Anthony score from about that distance on the right side on a pretty amazing shot. And Carrie Shannon had thoughts of her own of scoring from long distance, but it was just a couple feet too tall. Now into the game, Sydney Sharkey, the freshman midfielder, and she comes on in favor of Anna Seabolt, who takes a seat. It will be a throw-in for the Thunder, and deep in the offensive third, DeMoss will take it. Under 10 minutes, 9.5 to go. First game of the year, and it's turned out to be quite the matchup. We're tied up at 1 early on as this ball's knocked away out of bounds. There's a 19th minute goal for Claremont that got them an early 1-0 lead. The Thunder did not equalize until about 3 minutes ago. Shelby Anthony painting the upper 90 in the left corner, just over the arms of Molly Freed, the keeper. Her first goal of the year. 1-1. Now Sydney Sharkey trying to win possession here against her number 16 counterpart. Now it's taken by Lily, 35 yards out, turns around on the left foot, trying to shoot that one in toward DeMoss in the 6. Unable to get to it, though, knocked away by the defense. Now Lily plays it back to Shelby Anthony. Anthony plays it in toward the corner, looking for Sydney Sharkey, but a little too much juice on that one. And it's over the end line for a goal kick.
Offsides.
Oh, looks like the flag was up on that play anyway, and offsides is called. Sharkey got behind the line of defense. Of course, from our vantage point, you cannot see that near side official. The left foot is into it by Claire Shum, possessed by the Thunder, though, near side. Lily into Karsten in toward the middle. Moore brings it up across the midfield stripe. Goes to Annie Hamilton on the left sideline. Hamilton, a right-footed cross in toward Lily's direction. Knocked away by the defense. Sydney Sharkey on it. Knocked away by the defender. On top with the left foot of Lester, who's been playing a lot of defense as opposed to her normal forward position. And Lester's back on this cross again. Comes back into Augustine. There's a simultaneous ricochet into the air and a clearance by Shum, but Karsten steps in front. And now Augustine another right foot into it, but Laura Karsten gets there again. And the offensive half of the Thunder trying to keep clean possession, floats it back for Carrie Shannon, rolls it right side for Anthony. Shelby comes near side, possessed by Lily. Lily looking to turn the corner, touch a little too far, unable to keep possession. Augustine clears with the left foot, and Claremont has a chance here at a counterattack, but looks like cramping maybe happening for Chandra Ullman right here as she's just limping her way across the ball. She pulled up and unable to play through it. Oh, she's still going. Wow, that is not easy to play through that. Now here comes the ball in for the top of the box. Ullman trying to get there again and falls to the turf. Gets back up. Ullman plays behind her to Allen. Boy, what a gritty effort for Chandra Ullman, and Allen's able to throw it off the legs of Anthony out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in.
Checking in for Claremont, number 18, Maddie Shove.
And Maddie Shove will re-enter, and exiting as she's in pain is Chandra Ullman. But quite a gritty offense.
And number 3, Gabriella Ozer.
And Gabriella Ozer will also come back into the game for the Athenas as well. Here comes a throw-in from Augustine, and it's into the box. Brate is able to step in front with the right foot, a little bit closer of a call than you'd like there. Ozer takes it, a long left-footer shot in toward the goal. Barreto steps up, gets her hands on it, and brings it down clean. Now a ball reminiscent of Anthony's that had some good carry on it, and it floats a little bit farther than you'd figure. Lily trying to win this one. It's floated near sideline in the offensive half for Mud Scripps, and Anthony fights it across and kicks it out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for Claremont. 5:45 remaining on the clock. Sarah Goodere will check in at the next opportunity. Maddie Shove trying to turn around Anthony with that one, but Shelby clears it back again out of bounds. Reminder, the men's game will come up at the top of the 7 o'clock hour, about 35 minutes from now, barring overtime here. This ball still played in the offensive half for Claremont. Off the foot of Ozer. Now possessed by Annie Hamilton. Comes to Alexa Sharkey on the left side. Alexa, long right-footed, boom, and it gets past the defense, and DeMoss was giving chase, but too far for her, and coming out to get it is Molly Freed. A high short kick from Freed. Just gets past half, headed up in the air by Lily. Looking to win it is Woodridge, and falls to the turf, does Annie. Lily, another header, looking in the direction of DeMoss. A handful of headers volleyed around and toward the near sideline. Lily steps in front. Sydney Sharkey trying to win possession. Looking to keep it in play is DeMoss as she chases it down. Turned around, out of bounds. Off the foot of Sarah Tweedy.
Header for Wheaton, number 2, Sarah Gadara, and number 4, Anna Seabolt.
We welcome back in a couple more players for the Thunder. Anna Seabolt comes in, Sydney Sharkey and Shelby Anthony. We'll sit down, so a good few minutes put in by Sydney Sharkey. Now here's Woolridge possessing toward that near sideline, back and forth. Woolridge trying to keep it in play along that far end line. She does, brings it back into the box with the right dribble and tries to shout it back in. Deflected off the defense. It'll be a corner kick for the Thunder. Looking to see who will take this kick from the near side. Looks like Shannon. It's a low liner. Deflected away by the defense at the near post. Comes all the way out for Seabolt. Floats it back for Shannon. Good defense being put on by Osman right now. Or Gabriella Ozer, I should say. She was the one that was able to clear that one out. And then she brought one-man pressure on Shannon and was able to force a throw-in for Claremont. High clearance back into the Thunder defensive half. 3 minutes to go, 3:12 and counting. Brait trying to step across the near sideline. It's poked away and out of bounds. Off the foot of Jen Najjar. Throw-in comes for Anna Seabolt. Looking for Lily. Lily dummies it on, cleared out of bounds once again by Shum, biding a little bit more time for the defense. Quick throw in right to Gadara. Gadara with the left foot, looking for DeMoss in the box. DeMoss has it, trying to float this one back in. And
corner kick.
Earns the deflection, and now another corner kick after it crosses the end line. Looks like the 7th of the evening for the Thunder. This time Lily will take it. Seabolt's near. She'll just play it right to Anna Seabolt. Wants to make this cross herself. She does, and it comes a little too far up the box as she would like. But Brait possesses, and she'll throw it back in toward the box area. High clearance into the air. Karsten trying to win the header. Pokes it back. Played at the feet of Gadara. Looking to slide it back to Woolridge. Denied by the defense. Now Shannon in the middle. Rolls it far side. Seabolt looking to cut it off and keep it in play. She's not going to be able to get there, though. Out of bounds.
Number 5, Samantha LaPierre.
Under 2 minutes in regulation. Between Wheaton and Claremont Mud Scripps, first ball game of the year. Woolridge trying to win possession here. It's floated out of bounds. It'll be a Thunder throw deep in the offensive third. Looking to find that late go-ahead goal. The late winner, if they could. DeMoss playing it near side. Some heavy defense. Rolls it back to Carrie Shannon. Turns it around nicely. Carrie a long cross with the right foot to Gadara. Tries to touch it in. Lily, a shot! Denied a follow-up shot! Score! Leah DeMoss! Her first goal as a member of the Orange and Blue. Welcome to Wheaton, Leah DeMoss. Thunder lead it 2-1. Double assist to Val Lilly and Carrie Shannon. With 1:09 to go, Thunder take a late 2-1 lead. How about that? Played at the feet now as Mud Scripps is getting their last gas. That might have been the last piece of straw, so to speak, though. 47 seconds, now 45 as it's played at the feet of Maddie Show. Back in.
Less than 1 minute.
Augustine floats it back in toward the post, and Barreto shields it off of the near side, and it's over the end line. Goal kick coming up for the Thunder.
Checking for Wheaton, number 11, Megan Campbell.
Megan Campbell enters in back into the game for Felsley squad. Sarah Gadara comes back out. What a goal for the Thunder. And that could be the winner. The 33 seconds away from it being the winner. Brait steps back and into it. Shannon looking to win the header. Woolridge has it go off her chest and cleared away by Seabolt out of bounds. 21 seconds, quick throw-in comes back in. Turning it around is Najjar, looking to find a teammate, but Woolridge steps in front, floats it back to the middle of the circle. Ball is punched back to the top of the 18. 10 seconds, 10 count is up.
9, 8, 7.
I don't think much script's going to be able to float. There's one last shot here. Brayton, though, gets in front of it. And a header by Campbell, or Lilly, and that will do it. A final score, 2-1. The Wheaton women pull it out in dramatic fashion with 2 goals in the final 13 minutes.
0-1. Tomorrow's matches, the University of Wisconsin lacrosse takes on Claremont at 11:30
So
a.m.
quite a battle between these
and
two
Wheaton
teams
takes on
there.
Mississippi at 4:30 p.m.
Got to tip your hat to Claremont Mud Scripps. What a game
Be
they
sure to
played
stick
as
around.
Coach Felsky shakes hands with Molly Freed and about to shake hands with the rest of the team as well. Just
With a match between Principia College and Wheaton College.
a lot to learn, I think, from this match for the Thunder women's soccer team, but not a bad way to win the first contest of the year in front of some rowdy Wheaton faithful. And
Correction, it's Kalamazoo and Wheaton.
Leah DeMoss gets her first goal as a member of the Thunder, of course, as a junior transfer from the University of Iowa, and she was really all over the place in today's ball game, trying to make those streaks up the field. Of course, called for offsides a handful of times, but not a bad way to win match number 1 of the year. I'm sure Felsky will have a number of things to say coming up from the seal, trying to make his way up here for the press conference. Thunder are able to pull it out, though, 2-1. In dramatic fashion. Of course, they fell behind early in the 19-minute mark. A goal by Maddie Shove as she was able to split a duo of Thunder defenders, dribble her way to about 15 yards outside goal, and then fire a shot as she was one-on-one with Barreto, the keeper, and pretty good effort by Barreto as well in that second half. She made a couple of really, really nice saves. Keep Wheaton within striking distance, and then finally, with about 12 and a half minutes left, they were able to get on the scoreboard as Shelby Anthony fired a cross type of shot in toward the upper 90 on the left side, and the ball just carried and I don't think Molly Freed knew exactly what to expect from that one, but it carried over her, and she was playing a little too high, and it got past her outstretched reach and went to the back of the net for a pretty long goal from Shelby Anthony, and it's 1-0. Or excuse me, that tied it up at 1-1. And then late in the contest, the Thunder found the winner. It was Leah DeMoss, double assisted by Val Lilly and Carrie Shannon, as the Thunder had an opportunity to punch it in, and so many tries to actually make that happen, and finally they were able to get one to go through. Coach Felsky looks like he'll try to address his team, and looks like he'll want to talk to them first before he comes up here to talk to us. We'll see if we can go through a couple of statistics here for you. So we're about a little bit half hour away before our next broadcast. The Thunder men will play in their first contest of the year as they looking to take the field right now. A little bit of a new look for the Thunder men, and Coach Mike Giuliano and Coach Felsky addressing his women's team in the huddle right now. Winners of a final count of 2-1. Been a big-time matchup, of course, falling behind 1-0 early and then coming back. The goal by Anthony with about 12 minutes to go at the 12:31 mark, and then with 1:09 left, the Thunder found the winner. Double assisted from Shannon and Val Lilly, and it was Leah DeMoss. It was Shannon that fired the shot in that looked like it had a chance, and then at the last moment deflected away by the keeper, Molly Freed, and then cleaned up by Leah DeMoss. Her first goal as a member of the Wheaton Thunder. As Coach Pete Felsky looks like he'll make his way up here to talk a little bit about the contest. Thunder win it 2-1. A pretty dramatic ball game for the first one of the year. And joining us now is head coach of the Thunder women's soccer team, Pete Felsky. Coach, quite a dramatic ball game for the first one of the year. What did you see out there?
Well, I would have liked to have seen us play better. I guess, you know, we've had some ups and downs in the preseason. We're trying to incorporate 13 players into a roster of 27 total, and it's going to happen. Unfortunately, I didn't get as many as those 13 new players in as I probably could have or wanted to. So I was a little disappointed with the way we played, given the players that actually got minutes tonight. But we're going to create chances. We know that. We'll eventually get one to fall, and that's what happened.
Your offense in that first half looks like they had quite a few opportunities, but offsides was called. Is that just a little bit of first game jitters out there, or not necessarily chemistry is built yet?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. Our timing's not real good right now. Balls were being played in late. Our runners are making not as quality of runs as we'd like them to make. That combination is going to get you offsides a few times. It was better in the second half, and we'll get better from here on out.
As far as the winner is concerned, Leah DeMoss, of course, the junior transfer, how cool is it for her after so many chances throughout the ball game to really finish it off with a minute to go in the first game? How about that?
Yeah, and she made it a little harder than she had to by placing off the crossbar first, but she's been having a real solid preseason. It's just adjusting to our players, and our players adjusting to her. I'm really excited to have her. I think she'll really add a lot to our squad up front. It's going to take some time on her behalf and the players that are already here, but it's really nice to see her movement. She's a slasher. She can hit a ball from distance, and she came up big. That was nice.
And how about the play of Hillary Barreto in Golden Knights, especially making those saves in the second half?
Yeah, you know, I was a little disappointed. We got way too flat in the back a few times, and Hillary had to come up bigger than we want her to. We tell our goalkeepers if they can make 2 big saves a game, we'll be okay. And she did. She made more than 2 tonight.
Yeah.
Not that we want her to do that all the time, but if our goalkeepers can do that, we'll be in every game.
Well, Coach, appreciate the time. We'll see you tomorrow night, and congrats on the win.
Thank you very much.
Pete Felsky, kind enough to join us for a post-game interview as his Thunder women's team win game 1 of the year, 2-1, dramatic fashion. Goals in the 12 minutes to go. That one by Shelby Anthony that hit the upper 90 was able to scoot its way in for the go-ahead goal, and of course, the last one with about a minute left by Leah DeMoss, double assisted by Carrie Shannon and Val Lilly, and went off the crossbar, and DeMoss was there to clean it up, her first goal as a member of the Thunder. That's going to do it for the women's soccer broadcast, and coming up at the top of the hour in just about 20 minutes from now, we'll take it right back for here from Joe Bean Stadium for the first game of the year for Coach Mike Giuliano and the Wheaton men's soccer team. But in between then,